Hello, fellow comic book worms. This is Naman. Welcome to my channel. We are starting a show called Asian American Pacific Islanders Heritage Month. This is May 1st, our very first show. Me and Otaku Hyun started this a couple years ago. We are trying to expand this show to include other channels like K-pop and uh, Cantonese comics, E-Man. So we are expanding more, and Ryan Odagawa, but he'll be here soon. Now let me go ahead and introduce my co-host Otaku Hyun, my partner, my brother. Otaku Hyun, take over the show so I could pay attention to the chat.
Oh yeah, before we get started, like Young mentioned, it's a very important month for the Asian American Pacific Islander community. It's one where our community comes together. We reflect on our history, reflect on our current state, the issues that are affecting us as a community. It celebrates our community, and Hyung and I wanted to also focus on a lot of the great work being done in the current comic book industry by uh, creators of Asian Pacific Islander heritage. And, Katie's uh, a big part of our community, and we just felt like she was going to be a perfect co-host to help us, talk to the community and talk to the creators. And she actually is going to kind of share some of the things going on in the community.
Yes. Okay, so this weekend, let me go to this page here. There's two events on May 4th and May 5th, and they're both in California. There is an Asian Invasion Comic Con.
You sharing it?
Not yet. I'm just talking about it first.
Yeah. Sorry.
So you're good. You're good. So there's a group of artists for Free Comic Book Day. It's happening this weekend, and it's happening in Manhattan Beach, and it's happening in Culver City, California. And I want to shout this out because it's really important because they have a lot of amazing guests. And I'm going to open my page. Oh, no, not that. Hit the wrong button. Let's see. It has a really good guest. Why did I? Jeez, everything is going wonky today. I lost my. Where is? Oh, geez. Here, let me just do this. Sorry, we're spreading out today. It's great.
Here, we're going to work out all the kinks.
Working out all the kinks. That's correct. I lost my picture window. I won't open up my picture window. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to do the... hang on. Oh my gosh. Share screen. There we go.
Okay,
there we go. It's letting me do it now. It wouldn't let me do it a minute ago. So there's a lot of good guests that are happening. Let me get to it back here. So it is May 4th on Saturday and then May 5th on Sunday. May 4th is in Manhattan Beach, California. And then May 5th on Sunday is in Culver City, California. Look at these guests. These guests are amazing. You get free comic books, free autographs, sketches from local artists and creators. Saturday, David Mack is going to be there. David Propose is going to be there. The whole list is just insane. There's so many people. And they're highlighting a lot of the AAPI artists because this is Asian Invasion. There's so many good artists that are going to be there.
So they're signing books as well, right?
Yeah, they're signing books. They're doing autographs. It looks like they're getting sketches and all kinds of stuff. So it is a full-on event. And Christy Shin, aka the Demon Bitch, she's one of my lovely people that I love talking to. She's also going to be there. She posts this on as well with Mog Park. I don't know if you guys know Mog Park, but Mog is an artist that has been doing a lot of covers and interiors lately. But she also hosts with Mel, who is her husband, on the EXP channel, the SketchUp Show.
Love it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of great artists. It kind of saves a couple of these guys twice because I was trying to save it. So there's Mog right there. She's done amazing art. I love her art.
If you're in this region, go support.
Yeah.
Go support this
event.
For
sure. Go check it out. But yeah, look at all the artists that are going to be there. It's great.
And some of these artists are going to be on our shows too. So
yeah, some of these will be on the show as well. But yeah, go check it out. It's lovely. They put this on every year. I'm not sure how many times if they already done this, but they do it a couple times a year. But for sure, go check them out. Because this is gonna be amazing. But for the free comic book day one, holy crap! Look at this. Free comics, free autographed sketches from local artists. But David Mack proposed. Oh, look at all these guys are going to be there. There's a whole ton of them. So go check that out on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it's amazing.
Support. Yeah, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of social media kind of posts from the event as well. So just it'll be exciting to just see what's going on and having that coverage on social media.
Cool.
Yes. Here.
All right, so getting the month started off right.
Yes. So that's this weekend. Go check it out. I did post it in here. So click that link. That'll take you to the Instagram page for the comic blog. And you can find out more about it and go check out all the different artists that are on there. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's exciting. I mean, if I lived in the area, I would definitely go. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Those
Where's this at?
Some big names there.
Cool.
What was that, Nam?
Where's this at?
It's in California.
Okay, so we were far away.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kev might go. Kev pretty much goes there. Oh, we got some peeps. Oh, nice. Yes.
What's up?
Hey, Hockey.
Hockey, how are you? Entropy. All right, let's one of you gonna introduce our guest of the day?
Yes. So we're starting things off with our friend, our close friend Ryan Odagawa. He's just a great guy, first off, but also a very talented artist. He was got his start at WildStorm Studios back in the 90s, and he's just been creating a lot of really engaging work over the past several years. There he is.
Hi, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan. What's up? All right, you're our guest of the year. Starting May 1st.
First guest. What? Woo.
Thanks for joining us, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And Ryan's also going to be. He's also going to be one of our co-hosts as we go through this May event, because he's going to be our regular co-host along with the rest of us. So. Yay!
So Ryan, why don't you go ahead and just kind of tell the people out there, if they're catching this for the first time, just give us a brief synopsis of, who you are and what you do.
Yeah, Ryan Odagawa. Started industry way back when in '95. I was really big into Jim Lee, of course, and Silvestri and a lot of those guys, Art Adams. And then like Jim started his studio. I mean, it started with like the X-Men. That was like the height of like comics back then, basically. I was big into X-Men, and then they all eventually started Image Comics, and he started his studio in La Jolla. And I was like in high school, basically. I was like graduating high school. And I just like started drawing. I started kind of copying like Silvestri and like Jim Lee and just from the comics, and then like just kind of Frankensteining different pieces of theirs together and then just the more I did it, it's like, oh, now I could make a character myself, So I built up kind of a portfolio, and then I think it was in '94 they had one of the first and only like Image comic cons. It was actually in San Diego at San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, the convention center, but it wasn't Comic-Con per se. It was like, it might have been like after. And I met Sarah Becker, who was the editor for like Gen 13 back then.
Ooh.
And I might have I actually remember going to the Golden Apple in LA, and I gave samples to like Mark Silvestri. I
Wow.
never give it to him, and he's like, "Okay, we guarantee a response." And I never heard from him.
Aw.
but yeah. So I went to that that convention, and then I showed my stuff to her, and she's like, I was also. It made sense that I was into like Gen 13 because it was like Jeff Campbell's like amalgamation of like Jim Lee and Art Adams, and I kind of was too. So I leaned towards like Gen 13. So a lot of my stuff was Gen 13, and her being the editor is like, oh wow, he can draw Gen 13. So we got in contact, and by the next year, it's 95. They asked if I wanted to. Well, first they asked, if I could do like a little sample. They had a little Warblade.
I love Warblade.
Yeah, and so I whipped that up, sent it to them, and then I want you to come down for a internship. I'm like, actually, I had told my mom like when I was in high school, like I want to try to get into the studio, and she's like, "You're still in high school. You still have to graduate, and you want to like move down there." I'm like, I don't know. I guess I was crazy, but
That's what it takes.
yeah, I managed to do it, I guess, and moved down there in '95.
Nice.
Nice.
And so you met Jim Lee, right?
Yeah.
What was that like? That first meeting with Jim?
I had technically like kind of met them at different conventions before that, because when they were doing like X-Men, I remember going to a local convention that was his first like LA appearance, and he had like the remember X-Men #1 with the Magneto double page spread.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was, looking at it was like, ah, like amazing. Also because like I think in the previous books they had the pencils of it, and I would like ink like the photocopy of it, and like
Oh wow.
it's like smaller, but and then seeing it like the original, I'm just like, oh my god, that's how they do it. But yeah, after that, just meeting all the artists there was just like kind of surreal.
Yeah.
So if you interned at Image in like the Extreme era, do you know Shelby Robertson?
No, I know who that is. Well, I didn't. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't Extreme. It was like it was in La Jolla.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was like what? WildStorm by that point?
WildStorm Homage.
Yeah.
I had never been to the Image Studios in Anaheim. I actually went to the studio like much later when I was in Seattle. Wait, no, Portland.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd never gone. I'd only seen like there would be Image meetings, so I'd seen like maybe like Liefeld and like McFarlane. I actually had inked some bats on over Greg Capullo because they're like, we need these pages inked. They're like, just do these bats, whatever. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm inking Greg Capullo.
That's awesome.
All during the meeting, it's like, okay, we have to go into a meeting, but ink these bats. I'm like, all right.
I mean, you came out of a pool of talent that was, I mean, it was literally a revolution, a comic book revolution that was taking place.
Yeah.
Both from a business standpoint, artistic standpoint. I mean, every which way, it was just Image was like this atomic like explosion that happened in the industry.
Yeah.
Now you were there right in the middle of it as it was like
I was kind of like
at its height. Yeah.
I always say this was Image, and I came in here as it was going down.
So I mean, we're focusing on Asian American Asian American heritage this month. What was the diversity like at that point in time? You come in as an intern. You're an Asian American. Um, Speak to what you were seeing and you know how that diversity was playing out in at that studio.
Well, I probably would say, I mean, just Jim Lee being Korean American, and I mean, maybe it wasn't necessarily um, in the forefront of my mind, but I mean, probably subliminally, it's just like, he's an Asian American. It's like someone that looks like me that I could look up to, and he's doing like what I want to do, and uh, yeah, I think that was like it's very special. Um, the rest of the studio is pretty diverse. I mean, yeah, just all around diverse. Uh, so it's very, growing up in LA, uh, there's only like it was fairly diverse, but there's a lot of Chinese, Vietnamese, Mexican, um, like some white people. Like I feel like white people and black people for me were like the minority in a way, because there's a lot more like Vietnamese around my area. Um, but yeah, like going there, my roommate was JJ Kirby. I don't know if you guys know him, but uh, I'd actually had kind of been into like hip hop and stuff. So like, and he was like a rapper. So like we kind of like connect on that level too. It was pretty cool.
Talk about some of the young artists you started out with. The relationships you created, because I know you have some very key relationships there.
Oh, wait, sorry, let's say it. Say it
Yeah,
again.
can you talk about some of the early young relationships that you had with other young artists?
Oh yeah, I mean just like working in what they call the pit. Just that was like the intern pit. Um, I guess the one down thing was like all of your stuff's there in the open. So like some people would steal stuff here and
Oh
there.
no, terrible.
So we're just like, you gotta like
Where'd my page
a
go?
lot of stuff. Yeah, there's no like even in more recently during the anniversary, they we had everyone sign the book, and we were there at Comic-Con, and like I gave it out, but I never got it back.
Oh, no.
So it's like people will just like take stuff, but yeah, it was amazing just creatively, especially like learning Photoshop, because there was also the colorists around that time, and they're just learning Photoshop, and I'm like looking over their shoulder like, how do you do that? And that's how I kind of learned Photoshop, just like just asking them questions. Oh, how do you do that? How do you do that? And
It's the
That's
best way to
crazy.
learn.
It's
Yeah.
crazy to think that era was where really digital techniques were really coming to the fore. That was the
they were like
golden
creating that.
stage. Yeah,
They had to
that's
come up with
amazing.
solutions to the problems.
Mhm. All right, Ryan. Well, we want you to now talk about your cultural background, your heritage, and then we'll talk a little bit about your current Well, I don't want to call it a project, but your current sort of passion project. So yeah, go ahead and talk to your background.
Yeah, so I'm Japanese American. So I'm fourth generation. They say Yonsei. So it's East, right? Issei is first, Nisei,
Say,
Sansei,
Sensei.
and then Yonsei. Um, so that means the first generation, um, yeah, I hadn't. Let's see, how do we start this? So my aunt had written this when she was going to school. This was like 1981, and this is my dad's side, his older sister, um, and she interviewed my her parents, my grandparents, and it's yeah, it's basically the history of my family, starting from um, Mitaro, who immigrated to the U.S. in early 1900s, like I think it was 1898 or so. He so from that from from what they tell me, he was kind of rebellious. So he came from Hiroshima, and the family was, I guess they were fairly well off. They said they were landowners. I guess he was rebellious for some reason, and they sent him. So at that time, a lot of the Japanese were um, going to the U.S. to for the opportunities and everything. So that's usually the typical story. It's like to make money, go there, go to U.S. and then come back to Japan. Uh, for him, supposedly it was that he was rebellious, and the family sent him there to rehabilitate him. I guess whatever that even means. I don't even know, but um, and yeah, so that's like the main thing.
Mhm.
Sorry, it might
Yeah,
be a little bit
yeah.
off track.
No, I mean, so you're ultimately you know, it's your great grandfather. He comes to this country not by choice, really, but kind of because he's a
Supposedly,
rebel. Yeah, and he was just sent off. It was sort of like a punishment, right? Like you go
I
spend
guess
some
so.
time in the U.S.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. I don't know if it was like they're sick of him, because later on, like, it turns out that he was kind of a drunk and kind of kind of mean to to his kids and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Uh, so I guess to go from here is that well, actually started. Basically, I want to tell my family history, but it started from a part of it that is like my great uncle who married into the family. It's to tell the story that because he immigrated to the U.S. also around 1915, and he eventually he started a produce stand and our produce stores called Three Star Markets, and he built it up like to like hundreds of stores in LA, and it was getting big. It was like at at the heart of the Great Depression. It was making like $3 million a year back then. So however much that is now, but or how much the equivalent is back then. But and at the height, um, 1939, 1940, he was building it up, and uh, he started one of the first supermarkets that we know of today, and his competitors were like Vaughn's, Ralph's, and some of those back then. And of course, World War II happens, and um, basically loses it all and never recovers it. So this was always a story that my family had told me about, and like um, and I know his great or his grandkids, and I'm actually in contact with them. But like, there's actually a couple other people that might be writing books about him too. But I don't know. It's kind of on hiatus, so I don't know what's going on with that. But it's like, I feel like if I don't tell the story, that it's going to be lost. Like, no one's going to ever have known about what he had accomplished back then, right? So that made me think, like, I mean, obviously I'm a comic book artist, so, and I tell stories, so when I need to like try to tell the story. And then it also, so then it spread when I started to put all the pieces together with the rest of the family. I'm like, there's other like interesting stories from this that it's like, wow, it's interesting slice of the Japanese American experience, from immigrating, all of the laws and stuff that held them back, a lot of the racism, hatred. Um, so my uncle, his name is George. His wife, which is my grandmother's sister, it was an arranged marriage, but so he's from Japan. She was born here, but because she married him, and there was a thing called the Cable Act of 1922, which meant that even if she was born here, she lost her citizenship to the U.S.
Oh wow.
Married to an alien. So it just, if you really think about it, it sort of doesn't make sense. It's like, she's never even been to Japan at that point. She married a Japanese, but she had never even been to Japan. But then she's not a citizen of where she's born.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's crazy.
That's another interesting point. And then so I found my grandmother's like old photo book. Well, I put it in here, but because it's kind of falling apart.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't her, but this is her friend and stuff like that.
I love the history behind vintage photos.
Yeah, there's a lot of
They're
photos.
just gorgeous.
I have scans.
Right, you have scans. Can you kind of share some of those and kind of talk through what we're seeing?
Yeah. Let's see. I guess I'll show you. Well, I'll show you first.
Right
Hey there.
Why is it your website is down? You know that?
Is it down?
It's you can't go to it right now. Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, I'll figure it out after.
Okay.
No, what's going on? Anyway, so this is.
So let's introduce this now that it's up. So Ryan, it sounds like you're working on a passion project to bring your family history, bring your family story to sort of a larger audience. And I know it's kind of at the initial stages, but can you kind of talk about what your intent with this is?
Yeah, so I wanted to basically, I guess you can show me real quick again.
Sure. Hold on.
There's a couple like samples that I found. Like George Takei has a book about his family going through the internment camp. It's almost like manga. There's another one about Japanese Americans. This one was interesting because part of it is about a woman who, her name was Mitsuya Endo, and she was like one of the main reasons why the Japanese Americans were freed, I guess, because they took it to court and everything. So it's pretty interesting. So I'm thinking that I want to do something that's kind of similar to this. I mean, I'm thinking that it would probably be, I don't know, maybe over 100 pages, because there's a lot of story to it.
I love that. I love that you're gonna do like the graphic novelization of it, because a lot of people will just go into the novel form, but I like that you're going the graphic novel way.
You want me to bring that up again?
Yeah. So let's see. Let's start from here. So this is my great grandfather. So this is okay. So from this photo album that I have, like I got it from my aunt, and she had it, but she's like, I don't know who a lot of these people are in here. Like she didn't even know who some people were, and she didn't really look at it that closely. And I even passed up this photo at first because it's actually really small. I mean, when I scanned it, it looks big, but it's actually just like that big or something, like a couple inches. So this is like the best picture I have of him, and I showed it to them, and they're like, "Oh my god, we've never even seen like my aunt, so they never even saw their grandfather before."
Wow.
So this is like the only photo that I could find of them, and so this is my aunt, and this is my Aunt May, and this
So,
is my
so they don't
the
have a recollection. I mean, your parents don't have a real recollection of, their grandfather.
no they he had died way before they were born. So this is the wife, and she had died I think when she was in her 30s from the Spanish flu. You know how we had the pandemic recently, and they
Yeah.
always talk about the last big pandemic, which was the Spanish flu of 1918.
Right.
So she died of like 100 years ago, basically.
Wow.
Um,
And she was what, 30 when she passed?
30 something, like I think it's like 34.
Yeah. So I mean, she left your great grandfather to raise,
Yeah.
Yep.
So these are, so it looks like a lot of people, but they're all the same. So it's these main four.
Mm-hmm.
And then
They're in different stage of the age. Then
Yeah.
yeah, so I had drawn these when they're a little bit older because I had different photos.
I see.
And I was like, I have a picture of, like the one I just showed you. I had her. She's the youngest, Kyo. This is my
I love
grandmother.
that kid.
I hadn't had a picture of her. I had a picture of Aunt May, and I didn't have a picture of Sam. It's funny. She's Aunt May, and he's Uncle Sam. So I finally had found a picture. Let's see. See, I've scanned like a lot of these photos. What was it under? Is it here? See, so I just like try to scan in as many photos as I can and try to put them in some kind of order. Some of them aren't really dated. That's my grandmother. And let's see. Yeah, that's my Aunt May.
This has become a huge project for you.
Yeah. I even interviewed my cousins and my aunts. So there's three left that are still alive from that time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here. So this is the youngest picture I
Oh,
found of him.
wow, yeah.
My
He
grandmother.
is.
That's the same where I got these from.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who these
You
are,
have
but
you have very similar features to her in that photo.
yeah,
Right
yeah.
here, like
I feel
the
like I look
same
like
facial. Yeah, right here. This. Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of pictures where I'm like, that looks like me. There's some I'm like, that looks like me with the wig on or something.
Do you have any context to this photo?
Context.
Yeah, like the circumstances under where why it was taken, where it was taken.
Yeah, I don't know. It must be. I don't know if it's like a.
They all
It
look
looks like
so
that's some kind of.
dapper.
But this is
Oh.
basically probably after the mother died. So May had to. She was like 10. She had to take care of the family basically, or help take
Wow, my goodness.
because the father now his wife
Yeah,
died and he has
right,
to like work and try to make you know
right. So like a 10-year-old
money.
was responsible for like all the housework and wow, yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
This is them older.
Oh,
It
look
might
at
be
that.
70s or
Aw.
so. Yeah, my grandmother.
Yeah,
That's
they're
good.
very stylish, and I like that you were able to pick out like their outfits, but also their personality, just based on what they're drawing, how you drew it in here, just based on what they're wearing. Like you
Yeah.
nailed their outfits. It's great.
Yeah, there's so like I need to like land on because there's so many different pictures. It's like they have these little bows in their head and stuff.
That baby K, that's my favorite. That's my spirit animal right there. I love that kid.
So then, like I was saying, it started off with George,
Yeah.
who owned the. So he married into the family. Actually, these three married into the family. This is my grandfather, who married my grandmother,
Mhm.
and then Johnny married the youngest one, Keo, later.
Okay.
Nice.
And then these are
That's
kind of like their
cute.
kids. So this is like the third generation,
Yeah.
and this is May. So this is like in 1942, like basically they're in the intern camps.
Mhm.
This is Aunt May and her kids.
Mhm.
Then I heard there was a story that that Donald was in the Boy Scouts. There was a story that they went hiking. They were in camp, but then they went hiking as Boy Scouts, and I guess they went into to get some like a drink or something, and I guess as they came out, there was like these guys with shotguns and like to get out of our town or whatever.
Oh wow,
Oh no.
it's terrible.
Very racist. Yeah. So these are my aunts.
I love how you did all like the scale, like you have like the different heights in the background, like the heads, but then you also doing a little triangle stuff to get them in there. I like to see your progression of like how you have the little triangle, but then you have the blob there, and then over there you have the blue lines. I love to see that. I love progress photos like that.
I'm trying to approximate their heights based on the picture too. So here's some photos that I found.
Oh, that's cool.
This is George, who owned the stores.
Oh, he's so dapper. Look at his hair, his glasses. Wow, look at this guy.
So let's see. So that's him in the middle. This one next to him is Uncle Johnny, like him right here.
Wow.
And then right here is my grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
right
it looks
there.
like, was that like the company, like kind of the company?
Yeah, they had like a baseball team, I guess.
Oh, they had a baseball team.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And this, these 3-star. I had found the local Huntington library over here it's like a big library, but they had an old book, and I did a live kind of like viewing, and they had this yearbook that had stores in LA around that time, and I'm like, he's got to be in there, and I found like a few pictures from there, but
That's cool.
looking online, these pictures had come up, 3-star.
Did you go down to the city and pull up the past records for the marketplace?
No, I didn't even know if they're.
That I would do. You could do that because I do that for real estate, and I'll go down to the township or the city where they have, and you go to the assessor's office and pull up all the public information. They might have photos, they might have links, they might tell you who purchased stuff, names, and everything that you might be missing. So I would go check in there.
I'll talk to you after about that a little bit.
Yeah, talk to me after about that. I got a lot of tips for you.
Because I mean, I don't know to what degree, because like a lot of it was like resold and stuff. Like I don't know how much was like dug, like put under the rug and like.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, you could be right, because even these photos are like online if you do a little search. Let's see here.
Right. Let me know whenever you're ready for some questions from the chat.
Okay.
So this is all the history and research that you're doing because you want to make a graphic novel based on your family history. So this is what you're doing now. You're researching everything, getting all your family stuff in order because you said this is something that you're working on currently. So that's what we're seeing all the reference photos and everything. This is awesome.
So here, I had purchased higher quality so you could like see a little more detail.
Oh, nice.
You could see the sign and stuff. And actually, they were friends with, Vandycamp, right? Like bakeries. They were friends.
The Vandycamp brand. It's the frozen vegetables, the frozen,
Yeah, they were friends with the Vandycamps because, so back then, it wasn't like today where, it was going that way, but like supermarkets are owned by like one place. But back then it was each department, like produce, bakery, and every other thing. So each department was like owned by different companies, but they had a lot of things in tandem with like Vandycamp. And it's funny because I actually had met really quick. I had met the granddaughter or great granddaughter of Vandycamp because she had started. She was trying to revamp her Vandycamp also. So she was at the farmers market locally, and we went. So George's grandkids and I went to like meet her and like told her about the story and everything. It's kind of interesting, but
I think what's interesting to highlight here is that, here your family has built a very successful business, and with internment, they come back and the business is gone. Their fortune is gone. Everything was taken from them, and these kinds of stories, we hear about them, but here is an instance where you have really this just high profile business in the community, and it's gone. There's little reparation there. Can you speak to like how your family recovered from something like that?
It's like they eventually got reparations, but it's like it might have been like 20 grand or something.
Yeah,
but that was like way later. But George like never got it because he went back to Japan and he had gone to China. And so I learned through all this research, he died in 1960. He was in Tokyo, and he was actually talking to his son, my uncle, about coming back to America, and but he had died in Japan because I guess the gas line were like unpredictable, and it was cold during the winter. So I guess he had it on, and then it would cut out, and then the gas leaked
Oh,
out.
no.
He was
Oh, carbon monoxide.
or something, something like that. So he died before he could come back, and
Oh wow.
It's tragic.
so it's it's just like tragedy. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's like coming to Japan and then being poor. So it's like this, and then with him, it's kind of like an up, and then World War II happens, and it's kind of like so that's the story is like pretty interesting how it has kind of ups and downs like that. Yeah, I mean, I could probably talk all day about all the stuff. There's a lot of details.
You're doing a great job. So you trying to do this like as a one shot, or just try to like get it out there for your history and see what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, there's talk about kind of like, maybe doing it like in chapters, but I'm like, I might as well just knock it all out, or just, I don't know, you know what I mean? Just do something like this.
Yeah.
Or,
I like a one story shot like that, but a nice thick one, because you're gonna do like several different decades and generations of your family, and I think that's fun.
yeah.
I like to see that kind of stuff.
But I'm trying to make it all tie together.
I would also, recommend, getting more sort of national organizations behind this project, because I think there are a lot of Asian American groups, Japanese American groups, historical groups that would really appreciate, just bringing this project to people's attention and financially backing something like this.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, E-Man?
What's up, guys? Hello, Ryan. How are you doing this
Hi,
evening?
how's it going?
Going well. Please forgive me, guys. Filipino time. I had to take care of something. Filipino time. 8 o'clock really means 9 o'clock over here.
Us Asian have all kind of excuses.
Mine's the Filipino side over here.
Ryan, some tough question here. Some borrow from CJ. You're going to use any kind of AI tools making your comic book? And what do you think about the AI?
Am I going to?
Yeah. Or will you use a cheap artist and writer from overseas? This is a question that Johnny always asks.
I think I'm gonna at least mostly write it. I might talk to my writer on my graphic novel about. I already kind of told her about the idea, and she really likes the idea. But just picking her brain about writing and stuff like that, because I've never written a comic before.
Okay.
But a lot of it kind of comes from my aunts. So a lot of it's like in here, so it's just like pretty much just telling the story, the details and everything.
I don't understand why you would use AI to bring a family history to life, but
yeah, I have kind of
I can't read the room sometimes.
I guess to be honest, I did play around with ChatGPT for like little ideas here and there, maybe especially like historically, because there's different, if this is my story, and then the history of everything, like there's certain points that kind of line up to, like I was saying, like my aunt lost her citizenship because of a law in the US, and just like people coming to Japan I think it was just because things opened up. A lot of things were like, whether things were allowed to happen or not. There's a lot of times when some of the laws were like, no more Asians or Japanese can come in and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So at least they were in the States by then, but yeah,
I think
sometimes
they might still have those kind of quota. Do they still have those kind of quota?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think that, I remember those quotas when when we're like they call it chain migration when we invite our our families over, and sometimes you have to your application get delayed because the quota has been met for that particular year and so on. So yeah, they used to have that certain amount of percentage that could come in and stuff from different ethnicity. Yeah.
So I actually kind of did get some ideas using ChatGPT. But I mean, art-wise, I'm probably gonna do it all myself. I actually I built my grandmother's house, or I'm in the process of building it, kind of rebuilding it.
In 3D or in
3D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3D. Okay.
Oh, cool, nice.
Yeah.
I can show it to you, or it's
Is it on Autodesk or what software are you using on that one?
Blender.
Blender.
Ooh,
Okay.
Blender. Were you able to pick that up pretty easily? Because I know some people have take some time.
Yeah, I had learned like there was a Lightwave 3D like back in the day.
Okay.
I had this like big book that I kind of used to learn it, but it kind of the basic ideas kind of went over. Yeah, I just had to learn the keyboard shortcuts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, CJ, Ryan also worked on a storyboard. You did some storyboarding, right?
Oh yeah, storyboards. Yeah, I worked on the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon as a revisionist, and then I worked on the Guardians of the Galaxy like animation thing.
Oh, cool.
How are you going to use because you've worked with a lot of collaborators. Are you going to kind of build more? I'm just focusing on the project again. In terms of this project, are you going to use some of your networks to try and bring, at least bring more attention to the project? Like, what is your end vision for telling this story? Is it, do you imagine it getting told on the big screen at some point?
So if I look kind of like bigger, like what it could be possible, I think my brother kind of does work for the Japanese American National Museum. Is it JANM? He does stuff for the community, but I know he knows, like, I think he's met like Tamlin Tomita and stuff like that.
Wow.
Like, if I can,
if she played a part in that movie, that'd be incredible. You got a big name
maybe
like her.
Maybe even George Takei or something. It's funny. I had gone when I was in Boy Scouts. I had gone to George Takei's mother's house to collect newspapers.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool,
Ryan,
actually. That's really cool.
Fixing your website, is that something quickly done? We could hold the fort while you fix it if you want to.
I don't even know why.
There's a blip on the site, so when you go there, it just says error 404.
It usually has to do with like a credit card didn't update it, didn't pay or something. So I have to find out. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know why it would.
Because I wanted to show off your arts on there, but
well, if you can't pull it up, here, highlight me real quick, because the last time you were on, I won the giveaway for your 2 prints, and these are the prints I selected from your website. So
Woo.
I got the Harley Quinn. Ooh,
That's
I picked both Harleys. I know, I love it.
Beautiful.
And then I got that one. Yay! So cute.
Too.
Yes. Look at how cute. I love
I
the
think,
way
you
you
like,
do your
I think you like some
faces.
Harley, don't you, Katie?
Yes. What makes you say that?
I've been telling you you're a Harley fan. Good thing we have Ryan on here. He does Harley pretty well.
But I love the way you do like the noses and the eyes. I really like that in your style.
You just nailed Harley there.
It's very
Yeah.
anime on that other one.
Yes.
Great.
I love it. The colors are fantastic. This does not do this justice. The colors are great. Yeah. But look at her little boots and everything. It's adorable.
Yeah.
Ryan, I want to ask you something. Talking about AI, jumping into this topic real late here, but talking about AI, yes, using it as a replacement, saying that, oh, I drew this with AI, the whole thing is all AI. Yeah, there's a big thing about it within the comic book community and whatnot. How about using it as a tool to assist in creation, like the script, like maybe tweaking out something on an image just slightly enough so that it gets to that position that you want? What are your thoughts on using AI as a tool like that?
I honestly don't have that much of a problem. I'll go back. It started like I didn't have too much of a problem, but then it's like on Facebook, another artist had posted something, and then I reposted it, and then I get all this like backlash. And this one artist, he was kind of an a-hole about it, and he's like, "Watch your back, a-hole," or something like that. I'm like, I don't even know you. Like, it was
because
AI.
you thought you swiped his image.
No. It's just about AI, and he's just like
Oh.
really militant about anti-AI and stuff. And I can understand, but I was just like, it was kind of like very new, so it's like you don't really get everybody's opinion until you post something and they start attacking you.
Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, I could see. My honest opinion is kind of like if you use it, if you don't have the talent and you're just like typing in prompts and then you go, oh, look at what I did. It's like you didn't really draw that. You didn't have very much talent to actually do that.
Right.
I mean, that's my opinion on that. But I don't think it's necessarily going to go away. But I also think it can help. Especially like ChatGPT, like helping with writing or with ideas and stuff like that. I mean, I don't think it's like that different from just Googling something also. I think the biggest problem people have is when it starts to take from other artists and
Yeah.
they don't get compensated and stuff. So
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm on that side too. So
what are we looking at here, Ryan? What is this?
okay, this is my grandmother's house that I recreated.
Nice.
It's kind of like a couple different eras because I had found out that this is how I knew it from like the 80s. My dad's room was like in the front right here, this one, but supposedly like before 1960 or so, it was kind of, this was like an add-on. So there's another room from right here, and then this was like kind of a porch.
Can we go inside the house, Ryan? I want to see inside. I want to see everything. I want to see the teapot. I want to see the TV.
I don't have all those details yet, but I'll show you some of the details I have. I haven't finished all
Do they
that.
have a Japanese style bath?
You mean that's called fly through? You want to fly through the place?
Let's fly through. Come on, let's do a fly through.
I'll just show you real quick this. Like, so this is more like the 1930s car. So it's like kind of different eras that I made. I just put it there for now because I found the model. Actually, so I'll take off the let's see, the house. We can take off the roof. Take it off.
Take off the roof.
Roof. There it is. Roof. There it is.
There
Nice.
it is.
So it's not like fully.
It's not fully rendered yet.
Yeah,
so,
it's just the bare bones.
So
Man, it's still better than the house that I have right now. Sheesh.
outside.
Way more bedrooms. Now, Ryan, like when your family came from Japan, like where did they settle in? Like I'm sorry for missing if you guys talked about that conversation, right? But where did they settle when they first came?
So I believe they came into like San Francisco area.
Mhm.
And then they went to like Oakland.
I live in Oakland.
Oh, really? Okay. There was some word that maybe it was like also like Sacramento, but I don't know.
I have family in Sacramento. Come on, keep going, Ryan. Come on.
But I don't know.
Your neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely, I believe, because I think a lot of them came in through San Francisco, right?
Yeah. They would have probably had to go through like Tanforan and you know, if there was, you know, unfortunately, if there was some camps out there, they probably had to stay out there. Which is a trip because like now on top of the race track that it used to be at Tanforan, where they had a lot of the they held a lot of the Japanese, like they turned it into a mall. And what's crazy now is that mall is actually going to get broken down here pretty soon. So just a little local streets going on with that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So and then there was like the San Francisco earthquake of 1906. I think my grandfather on my great grandfather on my grandfather's side was there during the 1906 earthquake or something. I think this side of the family would have probably been somewhere in that area too. But eventually, like I think mid 1900s, they came down to LA, and then eventually settled in. So this house is in Boyle Heights. That's a very like well-known area for the Japanese Americans.
So your family was essentially displaced. Like they were displaced because of internment.
Well, luckily,
I don't think all the windows were drawn. Yeah, right on that. You guys have paintings there.
No, yeah. There was like a cabinet kind of thing here with like plates and stuff. The bathroom was in here, and this is like another room. This is my grandparents' room. So my aunt was a painter. She learned how to paint, Aunt May. So these were actually I did scans of these paintings.
Nice.
Oh, dope.
Nice. That's awesome.
I went to my cousin and stuff. Let's see. Here it is.
Man, this sounds like even this is a huge project.
Yeah, I know. I put all this on myself. But she was like a really good painter.
Wow.
Well, that's beautiful.
And not all this box. This is just the line art.
Runs in the family.
But she was like, yeah, on that side, like my dad was a graphic artist, and my aunt was an artist, and her daughter was an artist. But I asked all of them, and I'm like, were you influenced by Aunt May? And all of them said no. They all kind of found their path like separately. But I mean, I would say it had an influence on me in just that, you know, she was an artist. So this is another one.
Beautiful.
Now, do you know how to do oil painting and paintings like this, Ryan?
I wish. I tried. I did buy like some gouache. I'm trying to like learn it.
Ooh, gouache.
Oh.
Nice.
I was just like messing around, but
someone's gonna claim that. Watch, someone's gonna claim that in the chat. Claim. Wow, you're gonna want that. Right off.
WildStorm's not here. I'm telling you, WildStorm's not here. If he was here, we'd be on that right now. Claim with it.
Done. I want it. Ryan, I'll give you $10.50 for it. Plus shipping.
Yeah, so these are like this is the kitchen back here. This is like a room. I still have to figure out some of these rooms back here. It's not like all completed, but
Oh, that's fun to see. So the picture that's laid underneath it, is that like an old like Google Maps, or did you just like Oh, that's awesome.
Straight down. So I'm like you could, if you build it right on top of it, then it matches exactly like the structure
Now,
of it.
how far outside LA is this house? Not trying to, visit or anything, but just
It's like 10 minutes away from downtown LA.
Oh, okay. Not too bad.
Yeah.
And are you in LA also?
Yeah, I'm like about 20 minutes east of where this is. And then this house next to here, my Aunt May had stayed there for a bit. I learned that in the back was like the property owner back here and over here. And then I had no idea, all these years, but someone else like lived in the front houses. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna have to do like the older version too. I learned that I'm like asking my dad that there was a smaller shack, and I actually have a picture of it, but this is the garage that I knew, but there was a smaller kind of shack, and then in between there was kind of a tree, but then there was like a kind of like a house where people in my family like lived. Different people.
That's how it is in California. Like you
actually,
convert the garage into a living quarter.
Right.
Asians, Latinos, they all live in the garage. Like the car stays outside. Car has no home. The car is
migrant workers to live there. 10 to a room.
yeah, and it's legit. That was a legit lifestyle back then, and sometimes it's now.
I mean, actually, right now, the way it was, all of this right here was like her garden. But when you look at the Google Maps, like presently, they poured concrete over all of it so they could park cars.
Because again, there's no home for the car. It's somebody else. It's more important to put humans in a car.
That's going to be so fascinating to see it evolve from like the 1910s to like however long you're going to go. Because how many decades are you doing in your graphic novel?
Probably from 1898 or 1890 to 1940 was like obviously like World War II, and that's a major part of it. But then there's a little bit more after from like into the 50s. But after that, I'm gonna kind of generalize it probably a little, because like after that, it's like there's some interesting stories, but like I'm gonna have to cut it off somewhere or other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna interrupt a little bit. I'm gonna experiment something here.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Is it a sound?
Hello to everyone new that's joining us. Hello. And he says the ambition here, respect. Mad respect for that. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
So I'm doing a little giveaway here for Ryan Odagawa's posters that you had. I think 2 of them for how much? It's gonna be for the in-state only guys, unless you can price tag someone if you want, if you're out of state. I mean out of country. But let me see if I can.
Yeah, and you will get the ones that Katie is holding in her hand, like those physical ones. Katie's gonna give those up. She loves the chat so much.
Come in a giant Uline sexy, which I still have under my bed that I like to keep posters in. He sends them out. Lovely packed, but you have your choice of picking whatever ones he has on there when the site's back up though. But you get 11 by 17, and these are the 2 that I selected. But you have a lot of other ones on there that are amazing.
Now I don't know how this is gonna work through all these cross channels. So let's see how many we could collect. Hashtag Ryan Odagawa.
Hold on. If you're going to do the giveaway tool and they're going through all the different channels, they must go into your channel in order to enter. Otherwise, it will not
register.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
are you telling people to leave your channel and to go to Namin's channel?
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So also the people on Twitter. Yes, also the people, I don't care if they're in my channel. I'm just doing this to spotlight Ryan. I don't care if people are in my channel. If you guys want to come in here to chat, that's fine. This is only going to go to mine. So Nam, you need to post the link in the chat so it'll go to all of our channels so that they can click it to come here. So post the link to your chat so that they can click to come here so they can enter the giveaway.
Okay, so let me see. How am I going to...
But to my people that are on Twitter and on my channel, I'm asking if you can leave my channel and please come to Nam's channel, which is a comic bookworm on YouTube, so you guys can enter the giveaway.
Oh no, man! Check my site again. I think it might be a backup.
I'll refresh it. I have it right here.
I don't know why it.
Yep, it's on right now. Here, let me link your website right now. Yeah, it's on right now.
All right.
Let's just show that. Let's show that off first. While people.
Yeah, you want to do show his website off. That way more people can transfer over to your website, to your YouTube.
Okay.
Here, I'll here. Sampley poo of 2 of the prints that are on there. I know it's super glare, but look at how good these are. And he signs them. Look at this. Look at that. What? It's also signed.
I like that. I actually like that Harley better. I was gonna say I like the Harley better. Well, which one?
I wanted the classic one because I don't have a classic one.
This is the www.ryanodagawa.com.
Just Odagawa. It's my last name.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Odagawa.
I have it.
Odagawa.com.
Odagawa.com. Just Odagawa.com. Yeah.
Right here.
So these are
James Foster.
Got any Psylocke?
Do you have any original art on your website, Ryan?
Well, this is not a poster. These are
original art. I have an art.
Interesting that you say that. Right here.
Store. Okay, here it is. Store. Okay, there's Sala right there. There's Sala.
Woof.
I know.
Is that Tracer? Did I just see Tracer on there too?
You did some Overwatch stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
some
you did
Overwatch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For the gamer friends out there, for all you gamers
I actually had
out there,
work.
Overwatch.
I had worked for Blizzard for a little bit. I colored a book that never came out. They paid me, but it was an origin book that never came out. And I was pretty bummed because it was fun. But
what's that? What's that purple one?
Yeah. She's Korean, by the way. She's Korean.
She is. She's a K-pop idol diva. Yeah. Let's go, diva. Yes. I'm number one.
Who's that purple one right there to the right there, Katie?
It's Sombra.
Oh,
she's cool. You can go block all the healths and stuff, so you either locked or you can't.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna win 2 of these guys. So
and those are per lesson.
You can get 2 prints for $40. If you don't win, go over here and buy some of these.
Yeah.
And he will sign up for you and ship it to you. But this is within the United States, guys. Sorry.
Wait.
I like this one.
Hold on 1 second, because we have a couple of people that have to leave. Caroline, before you leave, jump in Nam's channel and enter what is the hashtag so that she can enter before she leaves.
Okay, here, let's see. I had it right here. I don't want you to accidentally see my porn site.
How about this? I'll do this.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll enter on the site, but if I win, I'll prize tag Caroline. How about that?
Sure. Okay.
If we can't figure out what the hashtag was, we'll just do that.
Okay, let me go ahead. I'll find it here first.
Okay.
So Ryan, let me ask you a non-comic booky arty question. Let's get to know the artist. Let's get to know the man behind the art. Let's get to know who Ryan Odagawa really is. So late at night when you're working late, you're living down there in SoCal, and you know what? I got the munchies. I need to stay up, but I'm also kind of hungry. Food carts. What's the one treat that you would get at 2:00 in the morning to keep you up, to keep you working? Well, what's the one thing that you're just like, I need this right now?
When I was living in San Diego, when I was at the studio, there was always an Alberto's, so we'd have like the carne asada fries.
Yeah.
I can't really do that late night anymore, but I don't really eat that late at night, to be honest, right now.
Carne asada,
That sounds delicious. I could go for that right now.
It's basically nacho fries, Katie.
Nacho fries, I know. We talked about that the other day. Hey, nacho fries are top tier.
See, I'm in the Bay Area, and NorCal, SoCal battles all the time, but I will give it up to SoCal with the food and the carne asada fries, man, because those are killer.
Yeah.
It's more San Diego, I think. But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's a family show, so we're not going to say they're good drunk food. They're definitely good late munchy food. Oh no, that doesn't sound good either. Hold on, wait.
Around my area, there's a lot more like Vietnamese, Chinese. So like A good pho is good.
Nice.
Kind of
And
fun
you
you go for.
Californians are so spoiled with
Pho,
with the food. You guys
yeah,
are
with the
excellent.
brisket and yeah.
When you order pho, Ryan, when
Mhm.
you order pho, what kind of pho do you get, or do you order like?
Brisket and the kind of like rare meat,
Oh yeah,
thin rare
Yeah.
meat.
Tendon.
I think
Tendons.
that's the ribeye too, right? That's like
Yeah,
the-
so
yeah,
it's so thin
Yummy.
and it's raw, but then the soup is so hot that you just
Yeah.
dip it in for a little bit.
Ugh. Yeah.
I had a friend who showed me this. She's like, no, you take the raw meat, open it up, put a basil in it, close it up, and then put some lemon or lime in it, and let the lemon or lime cook it for a little bit, right? And then you dip it into the soup and hit it that way. I'm like, mind blowing, man. See?
Wow.
So I recommend next time you go get your pho, try that.
Sounds
Try
good.
that, dude. Try doing it that way right there.
Yeah.
Hubba. Yeah.
Road.
Yes. So if people are just coming in, you have to be on Namen's channel to enter on YouTube. Here is a link once again to his channel, to the stream. Please hop in there and enter the hashtag so that you guys can get entered to win. Okay.
United States only, please.
Now, Ryan, have you been to Japan? I again, this is probably asked
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah.
No, I went the first time in 1990 with the Boy Scouts.
Mhm.
There's like a
Oh, that
jamboree,
wasn't part of it. Okay, hold on.
and then
That's commission. You have any commission open, Ryan? Or is it all closed now?
it might open. I have an art dealer or art rep, TD Art. If you
Yes,
go on the,
I have it.
They could contact you via Instagram on that one? Or
if you go through commissions there's like a link, the bottom
okay.
one.
Yeah,
It's
so
right here.
yeah. Shop
Ooh.
commission, and you could
Right here.
It's not an actual like. It's just
It's a-
there's like
Yeah.
click it. There's just like a link to her site, the TD Art Gallery.
okay,
Yeah,
I don't see it, but
I linked it in chat. I've been linking in chat all night.
okay.
Ryan, okay, let me ask you this. Who's your favorite Asian character to draw?
Yes.
Asian character. That's a good question.
Blackpink.
Yeah,
Pink.
Lisa.
I know we
That's my
talked about this
favorite. That's my
last time.
favorite.
He's a stan, I know.
Yeah. Ryan is a big
I'm
K-pop.
wearing my Blackpink earrings right now. There you go. Boom.
He's a
Check
big
this out.
Blackpink fan.
This is his first comic book, by the way, guys. Shadow Zone.
Yes.
They're
I'm-
technically.
available.
I'm still
technically,
asking.
Yes. Here.
I'm still
Uh,
asking Ryan to finish this.
Yeah,
This is-
yeah. That's another thing. Like, I've been trying to find the time to work on this because the writer is also like really busy with work and stuff. But also like, I'm juggling this one and I'm juggling work first, but I'm juggling this and then my family project. So like, I don't know if I could do both of them, like as much as I could.
Yeah. Stay focused.
I love the Shadow Zone.
So Asian character, they're technically half.
Oh,
Ooh la la.
I was trying to think.
half is
But I
Asian.
actually draw Psylocke. Psylocke.
Yeah,
She's
of
half
course.
Asian.
You
I
have
thought
to
she was
say that. You have to say that because Otaku. You gotta say that. Yeah.
You know, yeah. Yeah. Oh, but to finish about Japan, I also went 2000. I want to say 2002.
Mhm.
I think that was the last time I went. So the first time I went in 1990, talking about like technology and kind of going to the future, was the first time they had the sensor faucets.
Oh,
That doing that over there, and it wasn't over here. You're like, oh my god, I'm in the future. And, the next time, probably the most interesting thing was they have like a sukiyaki like bowl, but it's like it's like paper or whatever, or like plastic. But you fold it.
Alchemist. Yep.
And
Sorry, you have to come to my channel to hashtag Odagawa. This is my little devious plan for you guys to come to my channel.
Pull the heat tab, and
Uh-huh.
it cooks the sukiyaki. So it's
Oh,
like-
that's dope.
Ooh.
That actually sounds really cool.
So actually, I'm planning on going again next March or so,
Mhm.
and my wife has never been there. She's
Oh, you guys are gonna have a blast.
Are you gonna be there for like the cherry blossoms and everything?
That's what I'm hoping, yeah. And then
Hook up with Ryan Benjamin and then go with him to the cons.
yeah, I know he's always going there.
I know he took casual hero there. Lunch it was his trainee, if you will.
Don't worry, I got my eye on your CJ. I'll break your balls wherever you're at.
Oh, hey. That's okay, Sleepy. You can come from my channel. I don't care. You guys, that's okay. You know, guys.
Once you hashtag into my channel, you're free to
Yeah,
leave.
then go
my
back.
channel.
Then go back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go back,
hashtag.
go back.
Then go back.
It's just for
Yeah.
the, it's just for the bride.
Just use me, abuse me.
There's no
You know,
channel
it's
There's no channel battles here. There's no channel battles. This is all about Ryan.
Hi, Kirby. Okay, we got another one that popped in the chat. Okay, Kirby. I believe you are on my channel. If you're in my channel, go to this channel here and enter this hashtag for Odagawa so you can win 2 prints. And let me highlight me again real quick while they're doing that, and I'll show you 2 examples of prints that you can win. I know you're really big into art, Kirby, so
Oh,
wow.
oh, there she is.
No, I
Wow.
didn't mean to do that.
Wow. Thanks,
Oh
Dom.
my god, Norman.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's Ryan. Hi, Ryan. There we go. Yeah, so check these out. They're awesome. Yes. Ooh, you live in Japan? Oh, okay. You live in Japan. Maybe if you meet up at Ryan at a con, then you can pick them up for him. There you go.
Ryan's gonna hand deliver it to you.
There you go.
If you fly me out to Japan, I'll
Look, hold on, look. I'll sponsor Kirby. If Kirby wants these, and if Kirby wins, I'll pay for the shipping.
Oh, awesome.
Go over there, man. Go over there.
There you
Okay,
go.
so
I'll
head on
put this
over
in.
to the channel then. Yes, head on
This
over
is for
to the
Kirby
channel.
only. Oh, this is only.
Hold
For
on, I don't know if the Ryan website is. I don't know if the Ryan website is designed to ship overseas though. That's
Good
why
question. He's here. Ask him.
Ryan, your product is designed to go overseas on your store from your store.
Probably a better
I mean,
ask.
I just have to manually send it. So
Okay.
if you pay for
Okay,
shipping-
well,
I'll pay
email
for shipping.
will- email will pay for the
I'll pay
shipping.
for
So okay.
I'll even buy you a
Okay.
bowl of pho too, Ryan. You know,
Whoa.
just, you know,
Whoa.
I'll send you
Nice.
some extra.
Thanks, man.
Well, you guys can meet up because you're over the same area. You're practically neighbors. Yeah. So Kirby, click on this link to go to the stream that's for Nam's channel and enter this hashtag. This
Yeah.
goes for anybody
And-
else that's lurking, except for CJ.
CJ is what is? I've been ignoring CJ's question. Go ahead and answer this one, Ryan, please.
Go ahead, ask it there, Naman.
I'm a yellow claw.
I was serious on Yellow Claw question. How do you feel about Yellow Claw? How do you feel the character of the nature of the history to be handled in modern times?
Oh, I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry.
I don't know what Yellow Claw is.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have
I've
to.
never heard of that.
We don't have to
Yeah.
address that question.
Yeah, you can
Well-
skip that.
Okay.
So Ryan, going back, we were talking about your relationship at WildStorm,
Mhm.
and you came up at a time when, really because, not to say there weren't Asian artists before the image revolution, yeah, but because of some of the success of those early image artists.
Mhm.
Wolf Spertasio, Jim Lee in particular. What change did you see in the industry regarding the diversity, the aspect?
I mean, I don't know. I never really
You spelled it
thought
wrong.
of it any.
It's okay. And I'll take part of it.
Oh, what? Okay.
I never thought of there being any problems per se, or maybe I'm just was kind of naive about it, but I don't know. Jim really kind of paved the way, I would say. Like he really like stepped up. Have you guys ever seen? There's this one video that's pretty interesting that I found about Jim Lee. It's like talking about Jim Lee, and it tells his story about his parents. I think they came from North Korea. Did you know about that one?
Yeah, I mean, there, you know, a lot of people who are here in the U.S., my family included, are from North Korea. They got displaced into this in South Korea after the war, and then they emigrated to the U.S. later. So yeah,
I'll have to
very
send you
similar
that.
histories.
I have to send you that video if you haven't seen it. But it's really interesting because like
I spelled your name wrong, didn't I? I'm sorry, Ryan.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So let me point this out in case anybody's just wondering. When you're on the giveaway tool from StreamYard, any part of the word, even if it's shortened, it'll add it in there.
So if you put like Odagawa, God.
Yeah.
I forgot the last A.
But if you put double letters in there, it won't work. But if you missed the last one, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. But it did count because I seen it go from 13 to 14. So you're in, Kirby. Thank you guys. Yeah, thanks to everyone that hopped over from all the chat to come in here. So
thanks for channel jumping, guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You may feel some fun for that. Let me go ahead. You guys ready to roll the dice?
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's get this giveaway going.
Okay, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, draw.
Oh, I see my name popping up, but if my name pops up, I will prize tag somebody.
Joe.
Oh, yay! Congrats, Joe.
Okay, Joe. Okay, Joe. Since you always, I know which two you want. If you're here.
Hopefully,
if you're not here, I'm just gonna send you what I want to send you.
All right, Joe. Yeah, message us on when you get a chance to select the prince.
He's here. So, which two
Ryan,
posters you want?
Ryan, let me ask you this right here. With what would you like to see in comics with regards to Asian representation? You know, other than just having more and brand new characters come out. Like over the last few years, we've had like Arrow and Wave from Marvel. So just outside of just creating new characters, what would you like to see with regards to Asian representation in comics?
That's a good question. I mean, I've seen progress. There's a lot more Asians character-wise, right? Or just
in general, just in general, even including like artists and creators. People at the top, Jim Lee's at the very top of DC.
Yeah.
What would you like to see with regards to that?
I mean, I think it's pretty diverse.
Okay. That's easy. Same as K-pop.
Congrats, Joe. Thank you guys. This has been exciting.
IG me, Joe.
There we go.
Oh, sorry about that.
You get back to your conversation. Not me. No.
Yes, it's pretty diverse. Like, I was actually, did I talk to you? I think I talked to you guys.
Oh, he glitched.
Not so much like comic books, but like in music, like K-pop. Oh yeah. I was talking about, I don't know if you saw our last talk a couple of days ago, but on the radio, the local radio, they have 2 hours now. I think it was an hour, but now it's 2 hours dedicated to K-pop songs on Sunday. And they're playing like, Jenny and the Weeknd, that song. So I'm like, it's like literally the past couple of years, I had never heard really like very many Asian performers. But now it's starting to like come up. There's one DJ on the Kiss FM in LA. His name's Jojo. I feel he's like the savior for Asian music. yeah, he allows the space, and he brings in the all the groups and interviews them and stuff.
It's
He interviewed
amazing.
like Blackpink and everything, and so I'm like, that's progress. Where I'm like, actually playing the music, and um, I mean, I know that's not comics, but just I guess all media in general.
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
really
Yeah.
So
giving space.
so let me ask you this now. It sounds like you're very much into the music. Yeah, it sounds like you have your favorite artists already from
Mhm.
overseas. If you can design an album cover for any one of your favorite artists, which artist would it be or group? And do you have an idea as to how you would approach it?
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
How would I approach it? Yeah. Okay, probably knows.
Lisa.
Me. I guess I had meant to I had drawn Rose, and I had meant to draw like the other ones, but I never really got to all of them. I was trying to find
Okay.
like good pictures. I had just found like a good picture of Rose, but that's a
Nice.
good.
She's so pretty. You should do
Yeah.
the Blackpink comic. Hear
Ryan,
that,
I'm
hear
gonna,
that YG Entertainment. Reach out
There's
to
an
Ryan.
idea there.
Ryan, I'm gonna just go through your pages while you're answering these questions.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that way people have something to look at as well as listen to.
You don't want to look at his lovely face? Oh, it's terrible, Mom. Terrible.
I'll put Ryan right here, top right here. Me at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'll put
Let me see if I can find that. I'll see if I can find that picture I drew.
Perfect.
I was
Also,
really trying to figure out sort of like the style I would
okay.
want to draw.
Nice.
We'll have our people call their people for you, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we put you on their radar. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I've been trying to work on, especially with this family project, is just like learning about how to do likenesses. I was looking for some kind of like tutorial on how to improve likenesses, and I actually came across one, but not so much likenesses, but specifically on normal looking people, because people with like big noses or big chins, it's easier because you just exaggerate it.
Yeah.
But people that look like very like normal, I guess.
Yeah, like typical faces, right?
I do a lot of portrait art, and let me tell you something. You could still exaggerate people's features, but still make it look like them. Like I exaggerate eyes, lips, or a nose, but it'll still look like the face. But I like it more stylized like that.
Mhm.
So I usually kind of overdraw my eyes larger in the lips.
One thing they did say is, so they had like, was it George Clooney and like was it Ben Affleck or something? So they said like, if you have someone that looks kind of normal, put someone else next to them and kind of like
like reference.
try to contrast them.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know.
I like that.
Ooh,
Maybe
this
I'll
is
try
like art tips from Ryan
Yeah.
Odagawa here on K-pop Junkie.
I'll try to find that rose that I have.
Yes,
See, look,
please.
he's already halfway there. He already
I
has
know.
something. He's like, oh man, I'm way ahead of you. You didn't even have to ask that question. I'm already almost done with it.
The last time you were on, you were getting ready to go see them live. How was that?
Oh yeah, that was I don't know if, did I ever talk to you about that? That
No,
was like,
we never got a chance to talk about that. Yeah.
that was November. I actually have a
Yeah.
YouTube channel, and I posted. I'll send you
The hell, you have a YouTube channel? How did I not know about this?
They were it's specifically for like music and like K-pop.
Wait,
Ah.
Namin, hold on. Go back to the baseball player.
Baseball player.
Bottom left. You did the Bionic 6?
Yeah.
That is so
Favorite.
sick. I absolutely love the Bionic 6 in the 80s. Sorry to cut you off there, but that
Yeah.
caught my eye. I was like, oh my God.
Nerd out all you want. He's done a lot of
dude.
stuff over the years. let me
You know
tell
what? Okay, look, hold on. I gotta cut this off real fast. To this day, and I will hold to this. I think the theme song for the Bionic 6 cartoon is like the greatest theme song to any cartoon ever created.
Better than X-Men?
Better than X-Men. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I absolutely love the Bionic 6 theme song. I'll
sing it
just
right
rock
now.
out
Let's
to
go. Boom,
it.
go.
Well, you don't want to hear my
We
singing.
do. You got to do it now.
I'm gonna give you my radio
Yeah.
voice. That's a little bit better. Live here only on K-pop Junkie with Ryan Odagawa.
Can I
But
share?
yeah, Bionic 6, I freaking love that. This is like the best Fantastic Four show ever.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Those ones-
we need to check it out, you man.
I have can't really see. I have some of the original cells.
Oh, you do claim.
Oh, yeah, show that.
Claim,
Let's
hold
go.
on. Hold on.
Oh my
Claim.
goodness.
Hold on.
Oh man,
Claim
it's like,
Origin.
I
Oh, look at that.
all right, we're doing another giveaway for eBay.
I actually reproduced these up here because the sun hit them and the line art like evaporated.
Oh,
no.
So I
dang.
kind of redrew them, and there's more like over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sure.
So again, claim Ryan on that's actually real. I'm super dorking out on that, man. That's so cool to me.
No, I've been asking for the I've been asking for the original sheet on these.
Hey Ryan, do you have your original?
I've been asking Ryan for these.
No.
He's not giving away. He's not giving these away.
Oh, those are fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you have your original artwork for the pinup in the WildStorm swimsuit edition '94 or '95?
I have that right there. The ash cat.
Do I have that?
Which one?
The ash
Is
can
it?
for the one he's talking about. No, the ash can for the swimsuit issue.
I think I might have sold it a long time ago.
Oh, you sold it?
Ooh,
I don't
Oh,
think I have.
I love that ash.
We'll
That-
see.
that's-
Ryan's holding on to these guys.
If you're selling
Yeah,
ash
yeah,
cans, are
that's
you
cool.
also selling like Bionic 6 cells if you have them anywhere, like in your room? just out of curiosity, people in the chat need to know this, Ryan. That's why I'm bringing it up.
He can recreate you one and sell you that for the same price. Just say it.
Funny because if you look at this and I sell it to you, you would probably think that it was the original because
ooh.
I printed on acetate and then so printed transparent and then on the back I painted white.
Okay, bidding starts at $10.
Yeah,
Put the $10 in, and we're gonna go ahead and close the bidding. It goes to eBay. Fantastic, thank you, Ryan. Just kidding.
print it up.
Well, that sounds like a cruel thing to do. Whatever CJ is saying, if it's true.
I mean, they kind of. The dad. Well, they're all kind of cyborgs, aren't they? Because when the Bionic 6 thing, that you see like their
there.
robotic skeleton.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'll send you the theme song, CJ.
Yeah, you check it out. You're not even singing it.
No, you don't
Oh,
want
man.
this is not a voice for singing. This is a voice
There's been
for
3 people that
speaking.
have requested it in the chat already.
Share my screen. Nah, man.
Huh?
Share my
Go
screen.
what? Go to the next screen?
Share
No,
my screen.
share his screen.
Ryan's screen.
Down.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Oh, we can share other people's screens? I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Let me share. There's another one, right?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
That's him. He wants you to share his screen. There you go. There you go. Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
Rose, yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Wow.
Thanks.
That's the one I did. I'd meant to do the other ones, but like I was trying to find good pictures of them.
That's okay. You can keep doing more.
Is
Hey,
this-
Hal. What's up?
Is this the folder that your wife is not supposed to see, Ryan? Because you're showing Katie's millions and millions of followers here a folder that's probably quite secret. I don't.
And this one, these are like poses.
Oh, I like their poses. That's cool. What's up, Hal?
You're gonna make Blackpink heroines?
I was
Do
gonna
it.
do.
Do
I was
it.
gonna do a pinup of one of the Marvel characters. I forgot her name, but I was gonna do Jenny as that character.
Oh, that'd be
Like
fun.
Dazzler. Jenny as Dazzler.
No, it was one of the newer like K-pop characters. I forgot what they're
Oh.
called.
That's pretty saucy, dude. Yeah.
Love it.
Again,
I love it.
we'll have our people contact their people
Well,
for you.
Oh, we should do portrait day, and then we'll just work on like faces and stuff. Do like a art inspirational
See, I was messing
sketchy
around
poo
with,
day.
like,
Oh, look at Lisa.
Nice.
I did what's her name?
They look so young. They're children.
They're
so, like,
20s. They look,
They're older now. Yeah, I mean, they've been around
yeah,
since
they're what, late
27
20s?
2016, right?
yeah,
So it's
they're
been-
older.
do in
Hey, awesome.
South Korea, I know the boys have to go into the military. Do the girls have to do it too?
No.
No,
For women,
they
it's
could do
voluntary.
voluntarily though. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he does analog art.
Yeah, a lot of the art I do is
I like how
digital.
Norman answered for him.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
A lot of the work I do is digital now. But I'll try to do like for commissions and stuff. I do like traditional.
Isn't this a traditional art right here?
Yeah, that one is.
I do like how you have this on your website where you do your art tools that you like. You have like a
Oh,
whole page dedicated to that. Nice.
Yeah, I was trying to get into like the Amazon affiliate stuff.
So this is colored by digital, right? Or is it actually
Yeah, digital.
digital coloring? But
He used crayons. Nami. He used crayons for the coloring
Digital
on that.
crayon.
Fantastic work with the crayons. You know.
Also, yeah, and so anybody that just joined, because I see a lot of people are just typing awesome and all these guys. Here's the link to his link tree. And you sneaky, you need to link me to your YouTube so I can go check out all your K-pop vids. Fun fact. I don't know if we talked about this last time, but did you know that Otaku was in a Drunken Tiger video?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Otaku, am I supposed to reveal that you are like a newscaster for Korea?
No, you don't have to reveal anything.
Hold on. So are you telling me that we have two superstars on the panel tonight? We have Ryan
no,
and we
no.
have Otaku.
Liquor
like,
shots, let's go, Drunken Tiger. Oh.
He's like, for the love of God, Katie, stop bringing that up.
Hi, Jason.
I was nice and drunk in that Drunken Tiger video, by the way.
Well, it was the video was Liquor Shots was the name
Yeah,
of the song.
it was
So
I
now
guess that's a requirement.
I'm wondering now, like, what kind of shots did you take? Like, was it like hard liquor? Or was it like soju or like what? I mean, you know,
We were
Now-
doing all kinds of
Soju
stuff.
will mess
It was
you
shot
up.
it was not shot in an actual bar. Yeah, we were shooting the video in an actual bar. So they just got like bottles of stuff off and just because they wanted to set the mood. So
Yeah.
they just had everybody just drink
get drunk.
naturally. And it was, they started this shoot at like 2 p.m. It ended around like midnight. So we're just drinking the entire shoot. So it was fun.
Ryan, do you partake in the consumption of adult beverages?
Once in a while. You know what I bought and took over to a friend's house? I found out that Snoop and Dre came out with gin and juice. So they have that, so I bought it. Actually, it's not that great. It's a little bit.
Let me guess. It tastes like gin and juice, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's not like that sweet or anything, so just kind of watered down. But it's interesting.
See,
Interesting.
it's funny when like rap stars and other people like enter the world of alcoholic beverages, like they're really not that great. Like E40, like I'm in the I'm in the Bay Area, and E40 has his own line of wines, and he even has the nerve to like release a vintage version. Like vintage, man. This came out 2 weeks ago. Relax. I don't understand why you're calling it vintage. Calm down,
wine.
Earl. All right, it's not vintage. If you just started like 2 weeks ago. And all the people around here, it's all about that mango moscato. I'm like, calm down, relax. Wine is not supposed. That's not. We don't do that here.
Ryan, what's your favorite Japanese dish?
Ooh.
Like your go-to at home, like something your family had quite often, or your favorite?
I guess you could say like curry.
I did that last night.
Yummy.
What was I gonna say? Like they'll have like sashimi sometimes. I make yeah, oyakudon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, oyakudon, nice and basic. Mhm.
That's good. One of the things that my grandmother, that's in the story, that she always make is ochazuke. I mean, if you know that is, it's just basically rice with tea, and then you put.
Mhm. Yeah.
She has this like it's like seaweed paste.
Mhm.
It's like I don't know if it'd be nasty to some people, but it tastes like really good.
Don't worry about some people. It was it good to
Yeah.
you? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Shoot, share with
But
us.
that's what I wondered. I mean, it looks so weird. You know how it's like some things are just like, oh my god, that's so crazy, but it's probably not the craziest thing, but it tastes good.
I want in on this conversation. I know you didn't ask me, but my favorite Japanese dish is okonomiyaki, which is that
Oh, yeah.
pancake. Oh,
Mm.
dude,
Yeah.
I love it so much. I learned how to make it from a white guy. Like it was
Oh,
crazy.
nice.
Like, I don't care. Like your style of
Sounds
doing it. I'm
super
gonna-
traditional.
I-
Like, yeah.
Though you know what, it ended up being pretty traditional. Yeah, there was a lot of
Nice.
techniques
Okay.
that he used. I'm like that. I'm pretty sure they don't use a smoker like that in Japan to cook the.
Smoker.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's usually pan fried, right? It's like
No, well, it was like it was what's the soup, the dashi. He used a smoker to like smoke up the dashi. I'm like,
Ooh.
relax, homie.
Wow,
This
fancy.
is like.
That's fancy.
But I ended up learning how to make okonomiyaki. I'm like, yeah, anytime like I get a craving, I don't have to go to San
Nice.
Francisco anymore. Like I could make it over here.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I don't know if it was the first time or second time that I went to Japan, and that was the first time I had the okonomiyaki, and it was kind of a building, and you go upstairs, and I think there was several different like places that do it, and you know they have the grill, so it's just like a grill, and then it's like you just sit there, and then they do it in front of you.
yeah, that's so cool. I love it.
That's fun.
Yeah. So when you go back to Japan in March next year, Ryan, like
Yeah.
what's the one thing you're running to? Like you're like, I landed, I need to go here.
You know,
Obviously,
I really
Kirby.
I wanted to see that the Gundam one,
Oh,
but I think they
no.
closed it, right?
Yeah, they just closed it. I actually saw a picture of it. It's like it's just all framed now. I'm like, oh, it's so sad.
Don't they have like another one?
The one that moves, or the
Yeah.
one that
Right?
The
Yeah,
one that
the one that
moves.
the one that moves? They closed.
They closed it down. They're tearing it apart now.
Oh,
Sad.
jeez. I want
I
to
think
see
we
that.
might be going on a tour, so I don't know
Oh.
how much we can kind of go out too much, but I definitely want to go to like Hiroshima.
Mm.
I went when I in like in 1990, but
Oh, by the way, is this Grandpa Rocket? The storyboard you made?
yeah,
Okay.
Rocket Raccoon. It's kind of like a Scotty Young style.
Hmm.
It was
That's awesome.
there was like a few episodes that were kind of more experimental sort of takes of them.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah, so-
awesome.
I got no.
So I say, because CJ wanted to know about storyboarding that you did. So, what was your question before Otaku Yang? You want Ryan to name his favorite Asian artist?
Well, yeah, I think we kind of covered it. Well, not really. I mean, we know you like Jim Lee, but is there any other contemporary colleague that you would, or somebody before your time who you kind of draw inspiration from, Asian American artist or writer?
Well, lately, especially because I think I probably learned about her from you, is Peach Momoko.
Mm.
Peach Momoko, yeah.
Yeah, I met her and her husband in Italy when we went last year.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's right.
Comic-Con.
Was that Lake Como?
Yeah, Lake Como. Yeah,
Ooh, that's a fancy one right there.
yeah. I like her stuff.
She's incredible.
Do you wanna be able to do like a watercolor and stuff?
Yeah, I actually bought like a set.
Oh, you bought a watercolor too?
I bought like a set.
Oh man.
Watercolors, let's go.
So what was that engagement like when you met Peach? Did you what did you talk about?
We probably didn't talk like that long because I mean, her husband's there too, so we probably just kind of like all.
Did you bust out some Japanese? Like,
No, I don't know that much. It would just be like them talking more, and then I'm like, that's all I know. But I saw them as I was leaving at San Diego, I think last year.
mhm.
And they were like crossing the street. I'm like, oh hey, you know.
Tell her to respond to my emails, please.
Well, you're actually you have to have the husband respond, right? And he's the one that kind of like does all that work for her.
Ryan, I try to use your name. I dropped your name with the mic rail. He recognized you. He remembers you and everything, but he will not give me a deal.
Deal?
Aw.
What kind of deal?
Oh no, I'm charging like $20 for signature and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Ryan, let me ask you this. Are there any folk stories that you were told as a child that you'd like to see translate into the comic book realm? You know, like, hey, you know what? I know about this one, you know, monster or this monster under the bed or the white lady or something like that. You know, any Japanese folklore that you'd actually like to see, you know, have a story created.
Nothing like supernatural, I guess. Yeah. I mean, my parents aren't necessarily like just supernatural, superstitious, whatever. But I don't know. I don't know about that. But I'm just thinking like kind of going back to my family story. I'm thinking that story, but also I'm thinking if I could finish this, my aunt on my mom's side was like, "Why don't you tell our family story?" I'm like, "There's not really that much of a story because they went to the camp too, but it wasn't as compelling, to be honest." But the one interesting thing on my mom's side is that my uncle was in the 442nd. I don't know if you guys know about that, but they were one of the most highly decorated units.
Wow.
And they went to like I learned they went to like Italy, and so my uncle was in like one of them. I think he was kind of like a driver. So there wasn't like that much of a story, but I'm thinking like maybe possibly like after I tell my family story, maybe try to do like a 442nd type of story or something.
Cool.
Well,
Then,
I think that has to be part of the story,
yeah,
right?
I actually ordered a book that someone else did a graphic novel, so I have to take a look at that one. I had gone to um, kind of like thing about 442nd, and there's a lot of stories about specific people. So if I could maybe talk to people that are knowledgeable about that and like maybe get someone to help me write it, that
Mhm.
might be kind of cool, and try to tell like specific people's stories and maybe a little bit of my uncle like in there.
Would you? Yeah, let me ask you. Would you give Uncle a superpower? Like, and if you would, what
I know.
superpower would Uncle have?
Superpowers. It's funny because like I know there was like some kind of series about internment camps. I forgot.
Mhm.
There's a series out there like a movie series, but it was kind of like supernatural too. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, we're talking about your family's history, and I mean that portion. We're talking about that now, but the service of Japanese Americans during World War II that helped turn the tide in Europe. I mean, that that heroism, that bravery, that's something that paved the way for us as an Asian American community, right? That history paved the way for us as an Asian American community to have sort of the freedoms and the rights that we have now. I mean, it's all part of that. I think the Japanese American history paved the way for a lot of Asian Americans in terms of how we're perceived in this country. And I really hope this project, gets off the ground and gets all the support and love that it deserves, because I think your story is such an American one, and it's one that really, I think, what this month represents. When we're celebrating this month, it's about celebrating your family history.
That's one of the things I wanted to kind of tell with this story, is how they were born. My grandparents and her brother and sisters were born in America, and they went to American high schools over here, and it's like they were American. They were trying to become American, and they would have to kind of, I don't know to what degree, but like it feels like they needed to kind of fit into the American to fit in, and and survive, basically. I think going back about the house, it's interesting that a lot of people lost their house, but fortunately, like my grandmother was able to have like the neighbors stay in there and watch it. So luckily they were able to like hold on to their house, and that's why it's a very kind of pivotal place for the story, I think.
Yeah.
No,
we have an island here in Washington State, Bainbridge Island, very famous because some of the first, the people that were forcibly removed were from Bainbridge Island, and there used to be a thriving Japanese American community there. But you go to the island now, there's a memorial, kind of marking where they boarded the boat. But there are no Japanese Americans on the island now, and nobody returned. Nobody held the place, or you know what I mean. It's like that community was displaced, and it's no longer there. So there's these, there's these outcomes that are really shameful for, I think, pockets of American communities where there was a thriving Japanese American community there, and then no longer.
I'm thinking of going to Tempe, Arizona, because there's a museum out there that has. So it's kind of a story, but when my grandparents, they went to Arizona, Poston, Arizona, for the camp, and I guess the block manager's name was Wade Head, and supposedly he donated all the stuff to this museum. So I'm wondering if there's anything in there. There's something online that I'd found, and there was a document, and on the bottom you can see my grandmother's signature. I just found this like recently.
That's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Wow.
She was kind of in charge of something in the camp, but I was thinking of going there and see what they have.
This right here is Shelby Robertson. I was asking if you knew him earlier. I guess he was saying you guys had a story, the same book, the fan magazine back in the day.
Awesome.
Because he worked at Extreme and Image.
Yeah. I remember seeing your name. Yeah.
Yeah, your stream must have ended, Shelby. I saw you stream earlier. What's up, Edwin? Hey.
Yeah, actually, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to. George, who owned the stores, his granddaughter, she lives not too far from me, but they have a lot of his old stuff, and we're gonna try to like go through it. And actually, her cousin, you want to see kind of what they have. You know,
Mhm.
I know they have some photos. Yeah, give me this one. Want to show this?
Oh wow.
So I scan it in. This
Yeah.
is,
That's
you
it.
see 3-star produce.
Yeah.
And he is. I actually have a better. You can see it better if with my scan, but he's like standing right here. It's like these photos
George.
are so small, but then like if you scan it in, you can still get pretty good detail. But yeah, she had this and she gave it to me, but I know she has like some other stuff. So in a couple of weeks we're gonna try to see what we can dig up.
That's pretty awesome. Other than your family project that you're working on right now, Ryan, what dream project would you like to work on? Someone says, "Hey, we need Ryan to work on this," and it's just that dream project.
I wouldn't mind. I'm trying to get better at like storyboards, like we were kind of saying, but it's hard to unless you have like time off. But I'm always need to like make money, so there's always kind of like the rat race.
Mhm.
But I want to kind of get more into like if I can get to like storyboarding or maybe animation. Like a dream thing would be to like work on the X-Men animated or something.
Ooh.
Nice.
I have friends that could probably hook me up, but I don't think I'm like good enough for like their standards yet. But
All you need is the foot in the door, Ryan. All you need is the foot in the door, and then you
Yeah.
start.
Never heard about OJT,
And
Ryan?
the sample.
OJT. Never heard of OJT on the job training.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, if I can, I mean, with the Ultimate Spider-Man, I had got my foot in the door, but then it just kind of like went off, and then just with the past couple of years, it's been harder to get work. There's a lot of, I mean, for like storyboards, they've been kind of consolidating the studios and like a lot less work. Hopefully, it turns around.
Did you hear
But-
that, Kevin Feige? We have a wonderful artist right here who's willing to work on
Yeah.
X-Men animated. I'll have my people contact Kevin Feige for you, Ryan. We'll make this work for you.
'Cause actually, one of my friends was Andy Park. Shelby probably knows Andy. Andy Park used to work at Extreme and Top Cow, but he's like the main guy at
At Marvel now.
Studios.
Yeah, he does the art design, right?
Yeah, like pretty much every Marvel movie he's probably on. I actually had talked to Ryan Maynarding. He's the art lead on the X-Men cartoon. Actually, he took a class from the director too. So I mean, I know these people, but I just need to get my stuff in a good
A
place. Where
closed mouth don't get fed, right? That's
Yeah.
that's something that I kind of live by right there. And it sounds like you have your foot close to the door, man. And I think sometimes you just got to go knocking. I think the world is ready to see a Ryan
We all know.
inspired X-Men animated show.
yeah.
So, what era of the X-Men would you want to animate?
Oh,
Oh,
back to the,
I have something that I pulled up. I don't know if you want to see this. I was kind of messing around with.
Oh, ouch! Figure.
ooh,
This is kind of like
Mohawk Storm,
Psylocke.
Savage Lands. Let's go!
Savage Land
Yeah.
thing with like,
Nice.
what if they were at the Savage Land too?
I want to see that. I love Savage Land. Savage Land's the
Kinda like
best.
the old
Dang,
one.
that's dope. That is
What's
so
Savage
dope.
Land?
What?
I asked the question. Not shame me, Katie. Do not shame me.
You know the image, okay? It was even they homaged it on Gen 13, okay, with Fairchild. You know the cover. You know the cover. I'll pull it up right now and show you. You know this cover.
Oh yeah.
You know, Savage Land Rogue. Best.
Have you guys been watching?
Wait, who's watching? Yeah, I was going to tell this. Who's watching X-Men 97?
Oh,
I am. They
I've
actually
not
have
seen it yet.
I finished.
I don't have a subscription, so I can't watch it.
Oh, it's terrible. Don't worry about it. You're not missing it. Oh, it's okay. But
I do want to watch it though.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
you should watch it. It's fabulous.
The era that I started. Oh yeah, Jeff.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jeff Matsuda
Jeff.
was
I met him.
badass.
Oh, you met Jeff
I like-
Matsuda?
A long time ago. I don't know if he remembers me or not.
Just drop
Oh.
Shelby's name. He'll be like, oh yeah, okay, come on my team now.
I just introduced myself to Todd Knock recently too, at Comic-Con. I always say like, "Oh, I'm your image cousin from WildStorm." No, but I started when I started collecting comics. It was like the Inferno era,
Mm-hmm.
and they're actually doing that right now on the cartoon.
Yep. I mean, they're kind of covering a lot of eras in the 97.
Yeah, like
Um,
Long Shot. Well,
Mhm.
they had Mojo, and they had Long Shot in the
Mojo's
intro.
my favorite.
They
Mojo's
never.
awesome.
I don't think they had Long Shot in the cartoon yet.
Nope.
I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be in the following episode, but they didn't.
That's the one thing I wanted more of when they had the OG 90s cartoon. I got so upset because when they were airing it, they cut it off right when they got to Mojo Land, and then they stopped airing it for a while, and then they just all the reruns over and over again, so they never really got to that. But I wanted Mojo and Spiral like galore. That's what I wanted. But apparently, it's past E-Man's bedtime, and he needs to take off.
I gotta get going. It is past my
Alrighty, man.
time. Thank you guys, Ryan. It was great talking to you, man.
Well,
And,
E-Man, we're going to have you back on as well, and we're going to
Yeah.
do a deep dive with you as well. So we'll see you back on here.
Ooh.
but be gentle.
Everybody.
Okay, it's
We're gonna go deep with E-Man?
Look,
Can you type on E-Man? I don't know, man.
Look,
Can
I'm
we
40
survive
I'm
that?
46. I'm not sure if I can handle a deep dive. okay,
But I mean, hair nemesis.
Share nemesis. Well, thanks for having me on, you guys. Ryan, you take it easy, and man, knock on those doors, man. I think you got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has it.
Good night, guys.
All right, good night.
Night, man. Yeah. Also, what's up, Ray? How are you guys doing? Yeah. I just linked E-Man's channel in the chat.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So we have a lot of people coming because Shelby was streaming earlier and he just ended. So I have a feeling everybody's just hopping in here now after Shelby's stream. So if you guys don't know, this right here is Ryan Odagawa. I think I'm pointing in the right area. This here is Otaku. Yeah, there you go. There's Ryan right there. There he is. That's Otaku. Hi, Otaku. And show your lovely face, Nam. There's Namin. Hi, Namin. Hi. It's me.
Remember the Brady Bunch?
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, so how many years have you guys been doing the AAPI month?
Yeah, this is our third year.
Third year? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like it's just fun. It's one of those times like I look forward to in the year because we get to just hang out with so many cool people. And people are, they're like, creators are really wanting to like talk about, the community and just tell our stories and have people, feature themselves, obviously, because the focus is on our community, just kind of feature themselves. So it's fun to just chat with Ryan, especially on a project like this that's just so, I don't know, I just feel like it encompasses everything this month is about. And
No, I'm sorry to interrupt. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Anyway, it's Ryan said it. I mean, if he doesn't tell the story is lost.
Mhm.
forever
Very true.
gone,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
dead, you know. So this
Yeah.
is one way of immortalizing our ancestors, right?
That's
Anyway.
that's one of my main motivations, but also it's timely because there's only 3 people that are remaining from that time, which is my 2 aunts and my uncle. And that uncle, Uncle Jerry, actually I'd never met him, but I Zoom called him. um, he had moved to like he's actually in Seattle or close to Seattle, but
Oh wow.
uh, yeah, there have been kind of I don't know what it is, like some weird stuff maybe with his wife and like the family. I don't know if there's some kind of drama, but she had passed away. She just had passed away recently. So I don't know. Maybe we're trying to see if we can kind of get back and bring him back in into communication with some of the relatives.
Mhm.
But the main motivation now is to like get it done while they're still alive too,
Yeah.
because they're part. They're the end of the story.
And
Well,
you're getting a lot of like input from them as well. Like you're involving them in the project.
yeah. So my mom, I had paid for like a month of Zoom, like so you could record, not without it kicking you off after like 40 minutes. And then my mom's like, oh, I pay for it like every month because she had to, she uses it. But so I'm using her account, and then I was like, I just wrote down like questions for all of them, and then I'd interview them, and then time would go on, and then all these newer questions came up, so I'd interview them again. So I interviewed them like twice, and I interviewed my um, aunt and different relatives and stuff like that. The, I keep on getting all these new stories, and it gets more interesting because like literally I find like new stuff.
Did
It's funny because
anybody keep a journal or like a written record of their time?
not so much, but one of the relatives, Sam's kids, they they found this, which is my uncle's
Oh, cool.
album.
Wow.
It has like so he had gone to Japan in 1932. He says, and that's the ship.
Man, look at all those things you have to draw.
I know. Here, let's see. I can find them. So this is him right here,
Nice.
Uncle Sam. And supposedly, he had met his wife. That see right here. Ayako.
Yeah.
He met her on the way back.
Oh no way.
Wow.
But she was like 17, but like they just got kind of met,
Oh.
and I guess they kind of went their own ways. This was like so it's 1932, and then 1938, Sam took my great grandfather back to Hiroshima, and Uncle Sam ran into her again, and that's how they met, and then they had kids and stuff.
No way.
Ryan, go watch that movie called American Pop. It's animation, musical animation. I see that kind of vibe on your story.
Really?
So,
I'll have to watch
yeah.
That's interesting. I guess like the Japanese Olympic team at that time was on the same ship and stuff like that.
Wow.
She passed up all those Olympians and
Hawaii.
went with your ancestor.
Yeah, I know.
Which Awesome says, no boat, no Ryan, maybe. Oh, exactly.
But that was my uncle though.
That was his uncle.
So if you ever time travel, there's one boat trip miss.
What? So
Then
you mentioned your aunt was an artist, or she is an artist.
Yeah.
Um, have you talked to her about like what's her uh, thoughts about your career, about your work? Have you been able to talk to her and share?
I'd never ever
Um,
met her. Well,
oh,
she died in 77. I was born in 75. So I guess
oh,
there's probably a 2-year window where we technically
oh,
met. But
She might have
um,
changed your diapers. You don't know.
actually, okay, so this is interesting. The same cousins that I'm going to see Uncle George's stuff,
hmm
they actually had a whole bunch of 8mm film,
Ooh.
and my mom had some too, so we bought a converter,
hmm
and I converted like over 100 of their reels that they had.
Wow.
They even had these big ones, so I had to like it wouldn't fit on there, so I had to put it. I had to get like a paintbrush and like put
Yeah, yeah.
on there and let it kind of go into a box. But so I found footage of well, my
drop your link to K-pop.
Uncle George's son's wedding, and I found footage of Auntie May's, like she was painting.
Oh, no way.
Like, wow, that's
Oh, that's
cool.
cool.
That
So you saw her actually in the
someone
process,
captured
right?
her like painting, and
I
she
love
had,
it.
she had like a show too, like where she sold her
Oh,
paintings and stuff like
right.
that.
Are there any articles of the show that you did?
I don't know. It was just like a local LA. I could find it. Oh wait, I actually have it. Let me find it. Hold on.
Yeah. While you're looking for that, let me explain. So this is Ryan, and then the history that he's talking about with his family. He's talking about this because he is making a graphic novel based on several generations of his family, which is pretty neat. And you're going back from like 1890 to like
Yeah,
40 years worth of
to like the 60s, right? Or at least
yeah,
to modern
Yeah,
day, right?
yeah.
yeah. And basically, my aunt had interviewed my grandparents. So they were in the internment camps. So she interviewed them in like 1981, and after reading it, it's just like there's so many interesting stories from my great grandfather immigrating here and um, going to the camps and everything. Um, to also my uncle, my great uncle. Um, he he started produce stores and then built it up to like uh, a supermarket, which was one of the first supermarkets in LA. Alongside, like his competition was like Vons and Ralph's and stuff like that. But he had it taken away and he never recovered. But if he hadn't got taken away, we might be going to his stores like today.
You might be
Yeah,
like gazillionaires.
Yeah.
Might have had a super food chain empire.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
here's another.
so Ryan, have any other family in art besides your aunt?
Yeah. So my the aunt that wrote this, she's an artist, and then her husband was an artist, and they were like art teachers at Long Beach, and then her daughter is an artist, and then my dad was a graphic artist. I talked
Oh
to each
wow.
I talked to each of them, and I'm like, were any of you like influenced by Aunt May painting? And they're like, no. They all kind of have their own like journey. I think she started around 1960 or so.
Wow.
There, can you
Did
share
you,
that?
did you ever talk to them to see if any other of the surviving family members would want to do like an art piece for the back of your graphic novel?
That's
Hold
awesome.
down.
Yeah.
I don't know. That it's all kind of like different styles
But
or
that'd be
different.
fun to see different styles though, just because it's your family members would tie it all in.
Yeah. Well, my dad did more like graphic design. Not really like. I guess my aunt.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is
Holy
my
cow.
her daughter.
Mm.
Supposedly they still have this horse, but I think one of the dogs broke it or something, or
Oh no.
chopped the nose or something like that.
Cool.
So, which one influenced you most? You say? Did you say that, or did I miss that?
Influenced the most.
Which
So they
one
were.
is artist family?
So that's my
You
Aunt
say
May.
you have a more different style, but I mean, they didn't stop you from going into art, right? Not like not.
No, it's just like different style. My aunt that wrote this, she has a very. It's more. It's not like the same kind of thing. It's I don't know how to explain it. More like display, like uh, kind of how would you explain it? Like art with kind of a message, so it's just like kind of abstract and kind of like it's not like painting per se. Um, yeah, so it's not like any of them are like comic book type of artists or kind of like illustrators.
So
Um,
who are we looking at here in your aunt's arms?
so that's Aunt May,
Uh-huh.
and then the one that was painting right here
No,
is
the
her
little
daughter.
baby. The little baby.
Well, you were hoping that was Ryan.
I'll go back. This is Aunt May with her painting that
Uh-huh.
she's. And then this
That little
is
guy.
this is her grandson Keith.
Okay.
He's the older one.
Keith.
Those little jumpers.
Yeah, these are like. There's my. This is my grandma. That's
Mhm.
my Aunt May.
Oh wow.
There's
Wow.
another video. There's another video with. I guess another important. Let's see. The art show. This is the
Those
cousin that
dresses.
lives close to me that we're gonna
Oh,
go through her stuff.
nice.
See if I could find. Where I put it. Yeah, see, this is my grandparents' house, the one that I showed you,
Hmm.
Oh, the model one.
the garage. It's kind of blown out here.
This is wonderful stuff. It's so nice to just see everybody so happy.
Yeah, but I mean, look how like good quality this is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
when it's from that old,
Hmm.
like I converted it.
When did you convert it? Like how long ago was that?
Just like earlier this year. Wait,
Oh wow. So
6
that
months.
lasted a long time, yeah.
This is my dad back here.
Hmm. Oh, you have this up on YouTube. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's unlisted.
Oh, okay.
This is the inside of my.
Look at that milk carton. Look at just the graphics on that milk carton. Amazing.
Obviously, he hasn't, right? You can.
That's it. This is my Uncle Sam. How I was saying that he met her.
Oh
met
yeah.
wife. This is her. She had died early too.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I forgot what condition she had. This is my Aunt May.
Why didn't you learn Japanese?
Oh, what?
Why didn't you learn Japanese?
Why didn't I?
Yeah.
I mean, you lose it after a few generations in this country, right? Because I mean, like your kids, do they speak Korean? Hyung?
No, my
Right?
I lost my kids lost it on first generation.
So Ryan's fourth generation, you wouldn't expect him to retain much Japanese, right?
Well, I can't retain anything that I never got. I never went to like Japanese school. I took some Japanese in college, so I kind of know like basic things,
Mhm.
and I want to learn more. It just you need to like practice it with people. So it's like,
Yeah. It's one of those things, if you don't learn it when you're a baby and you learn it through your development years, it's not something you can't really access.
Speaking of like K-pop, all those K-pop stars that they just learn all these languages and they can speak Korean, they can speak Japanese,
It's pretty
English,
incredible. Yeah.
like
And they sing it too. They sing it in all those languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's pretty amazing.
Impressive.
this was what I was talking about in the house, like
Mhm.
on that wall. You said you're wondering, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like this cabinet type of thing. This is the
That's
kitchen.
awesome. Well, I mean, you've got so much material to really like draw from and really make this so personal and intimate. I mean, it's going to be really fun to watch this come together. I'm just glad you can share this with us. Really,
Yeah.
so thankful.
I'm really excited when K-pop promote you on our channel on one of those Kickstarters.
Yeah.
And how much are you estimating some project like this will cost? K-pop and Ryan, either one of you guys?
Well, based on my other one, I mean, I did this book and it was like hardcover, so it probably costs a lot more, maybe. But then, if the book is going to be like over 100 pages, I don't know. If it's paperback, maybe it's a little bit cheaper. Hopefully, I don't know. So
You also have to factor shipping in too, because you need to make sure you're going to do it U.S. only, U.S., Canada, or overseas. You have to figure all that out. But we could talk backstage on that too, because there's multiple options besides the Kickstarter that you could use too that will print and ship. So I could point you in some directions. Yeah. No. The campaign place will print and ship for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we could talk about that.
Okay, cool.
After stream.
If I mean, assuming like if someone, for example, like a DC or a major publishing house were to come to you and say, "Hey, we want you to do this project with us, and we'll back it," and would you take that kind of opportunity as well, or do you want to keep it, as your own project and have complete control over it?
It kind of depends. I was even considering like this
publisher. Mm-hmm.
I think this publisher I think it's an imprint of IDW, which I actually worked for, because they were an offshoot of WildStorm.
Yeah.
I was working for them. I probably would have been working for IDW back then, but I decided to go a different route a little bit. But although I think there's different owners now, so that's like one option. I was kind of thinking, so after it was all like printed, I was thinking of, if I could, I would probably give some books out to some people. I'm like, should I give to Jim Lee?
No, I think he means like someone that could have influence on his books.
Influence. I'm like, Tamlin Tomita, if I could get to her, if I could get it to like George Takei, maybe.
Yeah.
Stan Sakai. Not that he would, but he's Japanese. But I was thinking of like maybe giving it to, or even, I don't know, maybe even before it's published too. But I don't know. We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, Hey, let's wrap this up, and let's also promote our next event.
Okay.
So the next one we got scheduled is
Coming this weekend, right?
it 7th? 7th. Yeah, 7th.
Yes.
But we may have something in between. We don't know because we're talking to like Bernard Chang and Eddie.
Chris, a couple people.
Yeah, so we're talking to these people, so they may jump in there in between now and 7th. But John Boy Meyer is coming on 7th for sure. So and hopefully most of this crew and plus E-Man and plus Jeff from Cantonese Comics, all those who will will gang up on John Boy Myers and that's hopefully that's on 7th. So
Yeah.
and
Hey,
what else?
Katie, are you gonna be there for John Boy?
I'll be there for all of them if you guys want me
Awesome.
to. That's fine with me.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes,
Um,
please.
John Boy's is gonna be at night, same time, or like
7 p.m.
7
Eastern,
p.m., I think. Yeah.
7 p.m. PST time. I mean Pacific time. So
Yeah.
it's a
An hour earlier. Yeah,
Huh?
it's an hour
Is it-
earlier than this.
Yeah, 1 hour
Oh,
earlier.
yeah.
10 o'clock at the East Coast, 7 p.m. West Coast,
Mhm.
and anywhere in between. But
Ryan's hosting too, right? Ryan, are you? If you can.
yeah,
jump
Ryan's
on.
coming too. Yeah, Ryan's coming on too.
Okay.
I'm encouraging Ryan to come on because I want him to network with other artists as well. And I'm encouraging any artist to come on and network with each other. And hopefully, I would like to have a final show at May 31st where all the artists will come in and we can just all network.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Jim
That would be
Lee.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, we'll get Jim Lee in here.
Yeah. You know,
Hashtag
we-
Jim Lee.
hey, we reached
And
out
all
to Jim
these
Lee.
things.
He's busy, but there's still an opportunity he could join. So
You might
Yes.
jump on for 5 minutes. We don't
We got
know.
back to you.
if you're
Yeah.
listening, we're
Yeah.
waiting for you to respond.
Did you get back? He got back. Wait, he got back to you or no?
No.
No.
Oh, you didn't.
We
I
can
think
make
he's a
it
little- I think he's
happen.
a
We can
little
make it
busy.
happen. Everybody in chat, go tag him
Yeah,
right
seriously.
now.
Go to his Instagram and say, hey, when are you going to respond to Otaku?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Taco has made 47 videos in the past month about Jim Lee. Go.
I think that's over 100.
I said the last month. I didn't say a couple of months. No, I hope that
Wow.
happens for you. I really do hope that
Yeah,
happens.
I mean, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be awesome?
Before we go, Ryan, do you have any other upcoming appearances that you want to talk about, or cons or anything?
I think I just have San Diego in July.
Okay.
Actually, I was gonna. Well, I know Don Ho from that's going to the comic book.
Yeah.
but I
I'll
have
show
a
that.
wedding,
I'll show that again too. But
I have a wedding to go to this weekend, so
wedding, nice. Wedding on Free Comic Book Day. They better be dressed up as Star Wars characters. I'm telling you.
it's funny. They're kind of nerds.
Cool.
They-
Nerds.
Dress up as a Princess Leia and you could marry as Princess Leia.
There you go.
We all dream about that, yes.
Nice. Here, let me see. Let me share my screen one more time. I'm gonna show off the
Sure.
comic book thing again. And why does it always do that? Let me just do this. Okay. Allow. But here, let me link this because this is the actual link to the comic book website where you can go check out all of the artists that are happening over Free Comic Book Day and on Sunday. So there's a 2-day event. It's happening at 2 locations. There's one on Saturday, they're both in, one on Sunday. They're both 11 to 4. The Free Comic Book Day event is insane. There are so many amazing artists that are attending this event. You're going to get comic books, you're going to get autos, sketches, and you're going to meet artists and creators. It's called Asian Invasion, and it's happening all throughout the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So where'd my picture go? There it goes. So look at David Mack is going to be there. David Papose is going to be there. All kinds of peeps. But my homegirl Christy is also there.
Christy's going to be on. She's going to be on, right?
Yeah. We gotta work on a date with her, but she's tied up right now with this, so maybe next week we could try her up.
Yeah.
But there's Christy. She's the demon bitch. There we go. Boom. Love Christy. She's amazing. There's Don Ho. That's who you're talking about a minute ago.
Maybe we could contact him too. So
Yeah. Well, some of these are saved twice, but I like his
Well, I
art
think-
style. Look at his art style.
wasn't he supposed to come on? Otaku
He's going to
Him?
be out on the 19th. Pornsec is
Nice.
not on the 19th.
Okay.
Nice. So yeah, a lot of these are upcoming park. And if you guys don't know Mog, she does amazing watercolors and stuff, but she's also the host weekly with her husband Mel on the EXP, and they do the SketchUp show and they go and just draw and stuff.
Oh,
on
she
it.
sounds like a Korean lady. Clark.
She's adorable. She's adorable. Yeah, she does
She
a lot
Korean?
of cool stuff.
Is she
I
Korean?
believe she is. Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. But yeah, they have so many cool artists
Korean.
happening in this, and go check them out. So you guys are in the California area, go check this out because there's some really cool stuff happening this weekend.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Please
David
go
Mack.
support this event.
Yeah.
And share.
Max
you know,
Asian? Is
share-
Max
No.
Asian? No, that.
No.
It's white business, right?
Oh, why is wife is okay. Okay.
Yeah. He just happens to be there for the free comic book day. But if you yeah,
No,
you
but
got some mob. Ooh, nice.
Mob
Nice,
Park,
Simo.
yeah.
Yeah. I have I won on the SketchUp show Samurai, like 8x10, like drawing doodle like thing that she did. But I love her watercolors. Her watercolors are gorgeous.
Awesome.
All right.
Wait,
Yeah.
K-pop art, where are you located? Are you on the East Coast?
I am in the Detroit area. You guys need to come here. Come to Motor City. We will hook you up. Yeah.
All right.
One of these days we gotta hit up.
One of these days, gonna road trip it up.
Chicken.
Yeah.
We will. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else besides this?
I don't know. We have so many things
Yeah,
happening.
just want to thank
After
again
that-
Ryan. Just want to thank Ryan again. I know he's gonna continue to, be with us throughout the month,
Ooh.
co-hosting. But just to kick things off, beautiful art here.
La.
So go give him a follow, support his Instagram and work.
His commissions are, I think, open, he says. So contact his agent. And
I
Maybe.
posted a link to all
We'll
of
see.
it.
I'm kind of busy right now, but we'll see.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta
hopefully.
wait for it first.
And go to his shop for the posters that he's already have. So
Yeah, just order stuff. Don't reach out for commission work yet. He's-
And you still have books available for Shadow Zone, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully.
and he will do it. Oh, here only. If you order the Shadow Zone, Ryan will do little
Doodly doodle.
Yeah, doodle at the end. So,
Nice.
so
Hopefully by
So-
next year, I'll have made some progress on the book.
Again, this is early in the process, so don't expect this book to be coming out soon, or we still are. But he's gonna stay tuned to this channel because we're gonna check in with him ever so often, and if there's something to report or update or promote, you'll hear it here.
Yeah, I just have to keep on pushing forward. I will say, I've done a lot of the interviews. So I've gotten a lot of that done, and like I said, going to my cousins to look at some of the old pictures and stuff they have pretty soon, and a couple other things. But I am in the process of writing. I've been compiling the timeline and just putting everything, and then starting to write out sections, and then as you saw earlier, the character design and stuff like that. So it's getting
It's coming
there.
together. Yep.
Stuff
It's
to
coming together.
start doing the layouts and everything. But yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah.
all right. Thanks everybody. Thanks in the chat for having patience with me, guys. I appreciate the panel. Everybody appreciate you. And bye-bye.
Bye.
Very much.
Oh yeah. Do the, K-pop hearts. There we go. Oh yeah. Ooh, there we go.